Hey guys, how y'all doing today? Thanks for tuning in to Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection. I am Mike. Hello. Thanks guys. Over the next few minutes, I'm gonna tell you about a really cool actor. His name was Burt Lancaster, and he's one of my favorite all-time actors out there. And this would be part two of showing off some of the Burt Lancaster movies that I have discovered here lately, and a couple of them. This isn't like an overview of his career, but these are just some new movies I've added, some ones to kind of draw a little more attention to in this, especially this first one. This was a movie that I pre-ordered from Indicator way back, and it came out, and I haven't really heard a whole lot about it since it's come out. As I'm talking to you now, I haven't heard a whole lot about it. But man, it's a great release from Indicator, as you would expect from Indicator. This is 1968's The Swimmer. Really cool movie, directed by Frank Perry, written by his wife, Eleanor Perry, and really cool movie. I came across this one night, I think on TCM, and I watched it, and I mean, the description of the movie at first would make you think, well, I don't know, that might not be that good. But man, I got drawn into it and drawn into it. And the more you watch this movie, the more you understand a little bit more about what's his psyche, what's going on. And even up to this point right now, I couldn't safely explain what I think about the script and everything. But it's one of those movies where you can kind of come back to it. The movie rests solely on Burt Lancaster's performance. It's not a huge cast. It's basically Burt Lancaster and a bunch of co-stars, But it's really, really good. Like I said, the Swimmer co-stars Janet Langard, Janice Rule. Really cool. This is, of course, let's look at this for a minute. It's got the little, was that a half J card? But yeah, it opens up. I really like this green and black backdrop on it. It looks really cool. It's in a nice collector's durable case. This was released by Columbia Pictures in 1968. It's 95 minutes, and it's at a 1.85 to 1 aspect ratio. It's got a lot of cool extras on here too. Too many to go into right off, but yeah, it's got some really nice interviews. There's some older interviews with Burt Lancaster from around the time. But yeah, it comes with a poster, which is really nice actually. I'm not going to open it all the way up, but basically it's you got this on one side, and then you got like the original release poster on the back. It's got this really nice booklet. I mean, Indicator always just release. They just always put out these nice booklets. They're just really good booklets. I mean, I seem like I always go through and read these more so than other releases by other companies and stuff. But yeah, really good. It's got some photos, some poster reproductions, a lot about the script and stuff. Really nice. Of course, you got the movie here. This is, I think that's some of the original artwork, movie poster. Got all that. And now it's got the other artwork of the cover of the case. So I'm just kind of keeping it with that on that side. And let's see, guys, what else we got? And then I'm going to keep, the front, of course, like that. But yeah, really good movie, man. It's one of those movies you can definitely come back to over and over and watch it and stuff. And I really enjoy this. This might be one of my favorites. If I had to put like top 10, top 5, something, Burt Lancaster movies, I would probably put The Swimmer in there in the top 5. So yeah, I would do that. Next up, this was a movie, gosh, I don't even know if I watched it or if I skimmed through it, but this just came out from Kino. This is a movie directed by Joseph Anthony, co-starring Katharine Hepburn. This is The Rainmaker. I was looking for a like a DVD copy of it or something one day, and then I found the announcement on Amazon that this was going to be coming out in a couple of weeks. So I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and pre-order that and get that one. But it kind of got pushed back a couple of times, so it ended up being like 3 months to get this. But yeah, it's kind of a western-ish movie, more of a drama. Uh, but yeah, this is a 6K scan of the 35 millimeter VistaVision original camera negative. That's pretty darn cool. Under the spell of a wandering charlatan named Starbuck, the lonely ranch girl blossoms into full womanhood in The Rainmaker. Katharine Hepburn garnered an Oscar nomination as the believably plain yet magnificently beautiful tomboy rancher, with Burt Lancaster brilliantly cast in the role of the smooth-talking con man who sells his rainmaking powers to unsuspecting, drought-ridden western towns. Um, but yeah, this was based on a Broadway play. But it says the result is a genuinely appealing and beautifully executed romance, wrenching emotions of sheer hilarious farm. Oh, sorry, I missed that up. But yeah, it's kind of a romantic. It's a drama, but a romantic. It's not a straight up, horse western like we like, but it's more of a drama. But what's really important here is the performances. Again, Burt Lancaster, excellent. Who else can play the con man like he can? Of course, Katharine Hepburn and everything. I think I skimmed through it. I didn't watch it all. So this will go back in a pile, and I'll kind of rewatch it over again later on. But yeah, The Rainmaker, pretty interesting. Next up, this was another release from Kino, but this is a movie I've never seen of his, but this is the DVD edition. This is a movie called Trapeze. It's directed by Carol Reed, who made The Third Man, amongst other things. Stars Burt Lancaster, Tony Curtis, and Gina Lola Brigida. So yeah, Trapeze. Burt Lancaster had real life experience working in a circus and being like a trapeze artist, doing all that stuff. He's a very athletic guy. Burt Lancaster is just all around. He was this physically fit guy. He was this deliver the lines. He could direct and write and do all. He was just there. He was this solid performer. And this movie, really cool. It's got some good special effects, some shots of them in the, doing their thing and everything. It's a big CinemaScope movie from 1956. It's in the 235-1 CinemaScope. 106 minutes. So yeah, there you go, Trapeze. The Blu-ray was really hard to find, and it was expensive. That's what's weird about these Kino releases is eventually the Blu-ray goes way up and the DVD goes down. So it's kind of like, depends on how much a stickler you are for home entertainment. The DVD is just as good as the Blu-ray. Still sharp picture and everything. So been it doesn't say if it's been remade or remastered or restored or anything, but it looked pretty good. But there you go, Trapeze, kind of an action-packed drama of some sort with some romance. Now, I may have shown this in a film noir episode, but I got it out and I rewatched it again because I thought it was really good. It's one of these movies that it's like you can watch it over and over again. It's so strange at times and kind of campy and over the top a little bit, but some really great performances in it. This is a movie called Desert Fury, and this is the DVD from Kino. It stars, of course, you got Burt Lancaster, but you also got John Hodiak and Elizabeth Scott. And what's really interesting in this movie is Mary Astor who started out at MGM and was a big star. And by then she was kind of a free agent, going to all the studios and stuff. And she really shines in this movie. Also, Wendell Corey is really good in this. I don't think this was his first movie, but yeah, this was directed by Lewis Allen. This is what's different about this. This is a Technicolor noir, which there was a few of them and stuff like that. So, but it's really, really interesting. And I've seen it a few times, and I don't know, it's really cool. So I think it's a classic in my eyes. Desert Fury. Even right now, I feel like I want to rewatch it again. And finally, guys, this is a huge movie. This was a release from Eureka Masters of Cinema. This came out a few years ago. It's number 135, but this is a big movie directed by Bernardo Bertolucci. This is 1900, or also known as Novecentro. But yeah, big movie. Long movie. It's got a lot of stuff. I think it's close to 5 hours. I have to tell you, it was hard to get through it at times, just because some of the political stuff, it's not an easy movie to just put on and watch. You almost really have to watch it in parts and stuff. But man, it's really cool. It's just the epic. I mean, the epic is something like, does the epic still exist in Hollywood? I mean, is there still movies that are pushing the limits of 4 hours and being released? I'm not really sure, but it's got a great cast, nonetheless. Robert De Niro. It's got Gerard Depardieu. It's got a big cast. Burt Lancaster in it. Sterling Hayden, Donald Sutherland. I mean, a bunch of people showed up in this. But yeah, this was right after Last Tango in Paris, and he kind of went a little bit different direction. Bernardo Bertolucci in this one, and it's telling the tale of the what you would call it. It's like taking place during the what was it? It's like the battle between the fascists and something in Italy at the time. Sorry, my history is failing me at this moment. But really, anyways, 1900. If you're up to the task, get it and watch it. But yeah, I recommend watching it in halves if you can. I mean, if you're really into the story, by the end of part one, start with part two. But yeah, it's got some good documentaries. There's a good documentary from 2006 called "The Story, the Cast, and Creating an Epic." It's got that, and it's got I thought it had another story, because once I had the DVD of this, I think it was Olive Films maybe released it, or it was an older release, and it had, the only thing special it had was a documentary, and I'm not sure if that's the one that's on here or not. But anyways, there you go, 1900, a huge movie, cast a bunch of people. I kind of put that with The Leopard, which was a movie made in '63 that Burt Lancaster came over to Italy and did, and I think he even spoke Italian through it or something, or was it dubbed? I can't remember, but there's a great release from Criterion Collection on that, and it has both versions. It has the American English version, and then it's got the original Italian version, which is really cool with a bunch of extras. So those are a couple of movies I really recommend on their own, 1900 and The Leopard also. But there you go, guys. These are some of the ones I wanted to feature of Burt Lancaster. Now, this one is the one I'm going to recommend the most, The Swimmer. You don't have to be this edition, but it helps. So this is a good release to get. Or you could wait till the regular version comes out, where it's not the deluxe with everything on it and everything. So there. So whatever way you choose to see it, even streaming, maybe it's on Laserdisc. Even if you watch the VHS of it, I just recommend this movie. It's never looked better on this Blu-ray, so check that out. So guys, if you got any comments or questions or anything, let me know. Don't forget to give the thumbs up if you like this episode, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're so inclined to. that's about it, guys. So I'm gonna probably rewatch Desert Fury again, and I will see you guys later. Take it easy.